Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for always coming back. I really want to thank all of you. To my new subscribers, you're most definitely welcome. Thank you so much for joining my amazing family. To my OGs, guys, I love you guys all. Thank you for the support, your comments, your likes, and your shares so far. Keep on supporting me. Today we'll be talking about shocking money rules that you must master in order to create wealth. And so if this is the kind of content that you would love, kindly watch till the very end and do not skip any part. Let's get right into today's video. Happens, these mindsets, these rules are what you need, especially if you're starting off in creating wealth. In so we have to consistently do these things, be disciplined enough to practice these rules to master money. The first one is I've always said and will always say is that money, creating wealth, it all begins with the mind. It's here. It's about mindset, and if you have the right mindset towards creating wealth, you are on the right track. We have to stop playing the victim of, oh, the economy is against us, the government is not really creating the avenue and all that. Those factors are there, but majority of the factors, mostly it really relies on you as the individual. Then the very few ones are the external factors, which are the ones I've mentioned, and more. So if you want to create wealth, it all will start from your mind. You need to get the right mindset regards to money, the abundance mindset, not the scarcity mindset. Number two rule that most rich people hide or do not let us know is that you have to spend less than you earn. I've spoken a lot on this channel. I have a lot of money content on this channel, and I mostly advocate for this. Spend less than you earn. If you're earning 1,000 C's, like if you're in Ghana, we spend C's, whatever currency you spend, whatever amount you earn, make sure that by all means you are not spending all of that. You are allocating some aside for your savings and investments, and that is the beginning of creating wealth. Three, guys, continuation from number two is to harness compound interest. If you start saving, you start investing early, time is on your side. Investments and leaving it for the long run. I've always said that wealth creation is a gradual process. It will take lots and lots and lots of time, of years, of consistently investing to actually see even some amount of uh, profits. But you need to continually do that because consistency, time is going in your favor. The longer you leave that investment, the more you are accumulating interest. The interest is compounding, interest upon interest upon interest. Number four, guys, we are advocating for multiple streams of income. And so we are saying that diversify your streams of income. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. If you have, let's say you want to go into real estate, then you buy shares, you have mutual funds, uh, you have treasury bills, you have a business. These are different ways, because every form of every investment and its risk level, you can lose some and you can also gain some. And so trying to diversify, not too much, but at least three or four, it will really help to protect your money or your investment. If this investment is not yielding the dividend or the profit, at least the other one would be bringing in the cash flow. Number five, guys, is to avoid debt like a plague, especially if you're a beginner. Whatever investment, or you want to go into a business, you're starting off, do not go into debt. Don't go for a loan to start a business. Whatever amount that you have, start with that. Start small. Start with whatever you have, And then as you gradually continue and there's profit yielding, you reinvest that profit, do that over and over again till the business starts growing. And then when it has reached a threshold or a level where you know that it really needs expansion, that is when you can go for the loan. But do not start off anything, any investment with going for a loan or going to debt. It's very risky. It is not safe at all. Number six, like I said in the point number four, is building multiple streams of income. Different ways of earning income, of bringing in the cash flow. Do not fully rely, especially if you're a 9 to 5 worker, you are being employed by someone, you are working for someone. Do not depend on only that salary. It is very risky to do that because anything can happen. In 2020, when Corona hit, a lot of people lost their jobs. Working for people, they lost their jobs because businesses were collapsing and businesses couldn't really survive anymore. So they had to let go of some of their workers. This is the time to not depend on only your 9 to 5. Having one salary alone is not even enough in this economy, in this time and age, to support you and your family. It's important that you use your salary as a tool to build other streams of income. Use it to build a side hustle, no matter how small. Put investments, some amount of your money, allocate after budgeting your salary, put aside some amount of money to invest into assets. Assets are things that bring money to your pocket. And so putting money into things that will bring you cash flow, the more you do that, the more the cash flow is coming, with all things being equal. That is number seven, guys. Network with the wealthy. I mean, people who are where that you want to go. You have to really associate with those kind of people to really rub shoulders with them and learn certain things that they have learned along the way to climbing up the success ladder. Doing this would help you to learn from their mistakes so that you do not repeat them. Some mistakes are very costly and they waste a lot of time. Some mistakes can be very expensive. And so if you're able to sit at their feet, have mentors, have coaches, associate with these kind of people and learn from them so that you really fast track, you really spend less time trying to create wealth than they did, and you save yourself more money. Number eight rule that you must master is life is a lifelong journey. So we have to learn for life, especially with regards to creating wealth. I mean, money, we use money and we shall continue to use money till we leave this earth. And so, as long as we are alive and we are on this earth, we need to continually learn about money. Lifelong education about money is the way to go. Spend just a little amount of money, a little amount of time, sorry, every day, no matter how small the time, even if it's 10, 20, 30 minutes or 1 hour a day. Learn something new about money, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos like mine, subscribe to my channel, follow me on this amazing journey of creating wealth to learn a lot for yourself so that you can expedite your wealth creation journey, avoid certain mistakes, learn new habits. All these things, they go a long way to help you. Good night, guys. Take calculated risks because fortune favors the courageous or the bold. If you're in your comfort zone, especially with making certain investments, and you're so afraid of losing your money, and so you do not take the step at all, you might be stuck at one place for all the rest of your life, all the days of your life. Life itself is risky. That's why we say take calculated risk. In the previous point, like I said, money is educating ourselves for life. And so lifelong learning about money, it gives you information, knowledge about what investments to go into and not. And that is what taking calculated risk means. It means you have knowledge about what you are going to try to put your money into. You really understand what you are putting your money into. That way, you are taking calculated risk. Investments mostly It's very risky, but there are different levels to the risk. Some are very low, medium risk, and high risk. Sometimes, most times, the higher the risk, the higher the profit, if with all things being equal and all things going well. And so do not be afraid to at least test the waters. You start with some small amount of money that you can afford to lose now. That is, it doesn't mean you lose the money, but just in case you lose that money in that investment, it's not going to be so much of a bother for you, or it's not going to hurt your finances. Just start with something small to test the waters and see how it will go. If it goes well, then you can afford to pump in some amount of increase the investments gradually to see how it goes for you. Do not be afraid to take any risk with regards to money wealth creation investments. Guys, save aggressively, especially if you're on a low salary earner. If you're not earning much, right now you do not have other streams of income, you do not have multiple streams of income. You have to find various ways of saving money. On this channel, I've spoken extensively about some tips. Go watch my videos and learn. There are a lot of tips saving to saving money. I mean, regards to our basic living expenses, food, transportation, accommodation. With accommodation, you can live. You can. I mean, if you rent in an area where you can afford, that is cheaper. If you rented an apartment with some rooms, you can rent it out to others so that you all share in paying for the rent and utilities in the house. With food, you can pack your lunch to work, you can cook in bulk, cook at home, eat at home, go with a grocery list to shopping. Transportation, you can take commercial vehicles. If you have a car, you can use it as an Uber or a taxi to convey people to their places of destination. It's a lot, guys. Go and watch my other videos to learn more on how to save money. 11, guys, is to budget. I have said that if you want to start creating wealth, you need to learn or master budgeting. We have a lot of ways. I mean, we have some ways of budgeting. You can use the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% is for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% for your savings and investment. Start by tracking. Get a notebook and a pen and diary. Write down every item you spend money on and the amount of money. Do that, let's say, for a week or a month, and then really sit down and see where your monies are going. You have a fair idea of as to how much you spend on food, on water and electricity, transportation, on accommodation or housing. All these things, tracking it gives you a fair idea as to how much you are supposed to spend. If you're spending, you cut down on that so that you can save some of the money for your investments. This is the way to go, especially if you want to start creating wealth and not be broke anymore. Guys, do not leave anything on the table. Negotiate. Do not leave any money on the table. Anything you want to buy, negotiate. Learn, master negotiation skills, and get some discount with regards to. I mean, it doesn't mean you are getting something cheaper, but you are getting the same quality for a lesser amount. Learn how to not pay all the money that they are asking of you, but get discounts or get the cuts. That will also help you to save some money for your investments. Number 13, guys, buy assets and not liabilities. Assets are things that bring money to your pocket. Liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. It's important. Know what you're spending your money on. Sit down, and if you want to, you see something on social media, something flashy like serious, and you want it, just sit down and ask yourself, is this thing going to add to my life? Is it going to really bring money? Find a way of bringing money back to me. If not, it's not really important right now that you're trying to start your work. Number 14, guys, pay yourself first. Like I said, if you budget 50-30-20, make sure that you put down aside that 20% for your savings and investment. Then the 80% left, you manage your life around it with regards to your needs and your wants. Make sure your the 80% you would that 80% would be for your savings. That 80% will be for your needs and wants. Try and squeeze yourself to manage and spend 80% of your money and leave that 20% for your savings and investments. Number 15, guys, automate your finances. It's important, guys. If you don't automate it and you rely on your feelings, yourself, your strength, you might not be disciplined enough. And we have a lot of things that we need money for. And so if you don't automate that savings and investments, it's not going to happen most of the times. If you love this content, kindly give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I don't want this video to be very long, and so there's a continuation in the next video. So see you guys in the next video. It's bye for now. I'll see you at the other video. Bye.